Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, where our land is true from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today I just want to, comment and bring on a couple of scriptures on, the video from a couple of days ago, when Captain Tazaryach, pretty much had a conversation with Hassan Campbell, concerning one of the topics that came up, was the mark of the beast, and Hassan Campbell pretty much told, Captain Tazaryach what it was. He didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't bring out any scriptures. He told Captain Tazaryach what it was. And Captain Tazaryach pretty much, lied. He deflected, bringing out the scripture and bringing out the right understanding of what the mark of the beast was. So I'm just going to bring out a couple of scriptures. Well, one, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. I'm going to start in the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 1, and it says, "But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there were even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction." Yes, he pretty much is a false prophet. These leaders of these other groups that pretty much don't teach the 100% truth, they're false prophets, they're false teachers, because they're pretty much leading the flock astray. I'm going to go to the book of Tobit. It's the book of Tobit, chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 10, and it says, "For there shall be many, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake." Yes, pretty much when Hassan Campbell was speaking, he brought out that, the mark of the beast was, the RFID CHIP, he understood what Revelation chapter 13 and 16 was talking about. He understands that that's pretty much going to be, what everyone is going to be able to buy and sell with. But Captain Tazaryach, he put his head down. Then, when he spoke about it, he pretty much said that the mark of the beast was, it was a thought. And then whatever the thought was, roughly paraphrasing what he said, the thought of, what you do, it starts with a thought or something like that, which pretty much leads to your actions. But whatever he said exactly, because I can't find the video to play what he said, but either way, he broke down Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, Revelation, 13 and 16, he pretty much, in a roundabout way, was saying that, the mark of the beast is sin. The mark of the beast is not sin, it's a physical mark. And this is what Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 on down is talking about. This device that is going to be inserted into people's hands and foreheads, So before I bring out Revelation chapter 13 and 16, I'm going to go to the book of Isaiah chapter 36 and verse 6, and it says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt and all to all that trust in him." the modern day Pharaoh will be Esau Edom. And this is the thing that's going to go into, people's hand and pierce it. This device, And these are pictures of exactly where it's going to go, how it's going to be done, And also, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 21. I'm going to start at verse 2. And it says, if thou buy an Hebrew servant 6 years, he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, Slakia, the wife and the children of her shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him to the judges, and he shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and the master and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. Yes. He's going to go into, the word all. And this is how you say it in the Hebrew.
Strong's H, 4836. Matsea. Matsea.
The definition: a boring instrument, pretty much, a sharp object, which is used to, brand you pretty much, like you would brand a cattle, not with the hot iron, but pretty much how they tag cattle, cows' ears, that sharp object that's used to, tag them. And it's going to go from that to this. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So this is what Revelation chapter 13 and 16 is talking about, this device, that is going to be inserted into people's hands by way of, the Karax, which is that sharp object, that syringe, the needle, is going to be implanted into people's hands. This is the mark of the beast. This device right here, zoom in. This is what Hassan Campbell, told Captain Tazaryach the mark of the beast was this device. And Captain Tazaryach, lied, he deflected. You know, he broke down that particular prophecy wrong, and that's one of the main, you know, prophecies during this current time that is, soon gonna come to pass, This is one of the major prophecies that you can't get wrong unless, you're completely blind to it or, you sold out. So, he pretty much broke that scripture down wrong. So he's gonna lead many astray by telling them, oh, well, it isn't, this device, because you can't buy or sell with a thought, You can only buy or sell when that time comes with this device, So pretty much, that's it. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahushai, Bahashum, Rakakwadash. I like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. And I like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I say Shalom.